Welcome to another edition of DX Engineering Videos. Today we have two visitors, and we're very excited about our visitors. We have Andy, YO3 Juliet Radio from Romania.
Thank you very much.
And we have Adrian, KO8SCA from New York, and formerly from Romania.
That's
so welcome here to DX Engineering. And I know you guys are DXers and so forth, but I think you have an interesting story that to tell, maybe about how you got started in amateur radio. And how old were you, Andy, when you got started?
Well, I started at the age of 8. So,
8 years old?
Yeah, 8 years old. And it was really exciting to me. And since then, I am still in the hobby. So it's a part of my life.
And so how many years in the hobby?
Well, almost 30 years.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And what caught your interest when you were 8 years old? What started it?
Well, I was listening to my grandmother radio, and suddenly I heard some unusual sounds, and it was CW. So I asked my father, what is it? And he told me that it's a Morse code. And I became interested in this, and after that I visited the local club, and I started to visit the club, and I bought magazines and passed the exams and so on. So.
Wow. And so how old were you when you got on the air for the first time?
Well, I got 12.
When you were 12?
Yeah, right.
Wow. Wow. Now, Adrian, you grew up in Romania, right?
Yes, I did. I was born there. I moved here in the U.S. about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got my license when I was 14. Actually, when I was 14, I passed the exam, but I only got my license when I was 16, right after '89, after the communists fell. So it was a lot easier to get a license, and that's when I got my call YO8SCA.
And that's, so that's where KO8SCA comes from.
That's correct. That call sign is very dear to me, so I wanted to keep it. Kind of makes it difficult when you hunt for the X, but so far I survived.
And so when did you guys meet?
Well, we used to work on the radio, and actually in Romania we never met. So we met on the radio all the time during his expeditions, during the contests. And
so before he moved to the U.S., you did not know Adrian?
No.
Wow. So, but amateur radio brought you together.
Yeah, right.
And then when you found out he was from Romania,
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Now, your wife is a ham, is that right?
Yes.
And what is her call sign?
YO3 Golf Lima Whiskey, or I can say good lovely wife.
Good lovely wife.
Yes, because she understands me very well.
Yes, and
it's not an easy thing to do for a wife to understand that.
Yes, to understand this crazy radio hobby.
Right.
And so, are there any other hams in your family?
Yeah, my mother-in-law. She's a very avid contester and CW operator. Her call sign is YO3 Fox Romeo India. She's very involved in this hobby. Mm-hmm. She has her own station, and she's very active. So
did that help you meet your wife?
Yeah, right. I met my wife when she was with her mother at the radio club.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And this was before the internet, or?
Yeah.
You didn't have to go to a dating site. You went to a ham radio club.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
That's very cool. Now you're a psychiatrist.
Psychologist.
A psychologist. I'm sorry. And as a psychologist, do you ever have hams that come and visit you and ask for advice?
Yeah. I had. But it's really hard to give advices when you are also addicted by this hobby. So
But it's a good addiction.
Yeah, it's a good addiction.
I hope there's no cure.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. Unfortunately.
I mean, if you know about a cure, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah. Me either. Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. So, what do you do in New York, Adrian?
I'm a computer consultant or IT consultant for different firms there, generally for the financial sector.
Mm-hmm.
So computers come natural to me, especially when related to ham radio.
and you've operated from some pretty interesting places. Where all have you been?
Well, since I started ham radio, that DXing was my main interest, and I remember even now my first DX was Zulu Alpha 1 Alpha when the Albania was first activated, and since then I was impressed. So my dream was to go to all these unusual places around the world, and to ham radio to be the the DX on the other side of the pileup, basically. So last year I went to St. Bart's and Fox Juliet. That was a nice trip. The year before I went to Grenada. That was interesting as well. Not too very juicy for the U.S. hams, but for Asia, these Caribbean islands are really desirable. Before that, I went to Turks and Caicos, and I keep going if you like.
Well, it sounds like you've had a lot of fun.
Yes.
And
yes,
and you like being DX, and you like being on the air. And so, do you have any advice for people that might be watching this that would like to go on a DXpedition?
Well, it's not that complicated as it might seem at the first sight. I actually published a couple of articles on this where by yourself you can just pack an antenna and go. You don't have to necessarily, carry an amplifier or anything, but you can just pack a simple body pole and a little transceiver, and you can go anywhere in the world. It's very convenient. Now you can fly almost everywhere. I guess if you really enjoy it, there is going to be a way.
Yeah, that's very cool. And I know, Andy, the first time that we met, we were in Italy.
I think first time we met actually in Brazil in
2006.
in Brazil.
That was, and then in
RTC,
right,
Brazil.
And
Second time we met in Italy at Contest University.
Yes.
2009. Actually, it was the first time when Contest University came to Europe.
Yes.
So I was
very exciting.
Very excited to be there.
Yes, that was quite good. So amateur radio allows us to network and run into each other in different places and on the radio, which is very cool too. Well, we thank you both for coming in today and speaking to us here. And thanks to you for watching another edition of DX Engineering Videos.